Once, Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation, walked into the office of Governor General of British Kingdom in India and said, "Sir, give us freedom. We want to develop our country. We want to improve the lives of our people. Help us, sir." The Governor General said, "Mr. Gandhi, I accept your request, but I want to ask you something. Your people are poor. Your people are uneducated. How are you going to develop your country with this kind of people with you?" Gandhi thought for a while and said, "My people are poor. My people are uneducated. They don't speak the same language. They don't believe in one God. Yet we are united in spirit, the spirit of India." I think these words of Mahatma Gandhi explains well the meaning of unity in diversity. Diversity can be explained with two examples. It is something like a rainbow on the sky, the seven colors blending beautifully, creating an eye-feasting sight on sky to the viewers. It is also something like a large family with many children. Each of them differs from each other in their color, in their attitude, in their behavior, in their thinking and in their appearance. Yet all of them share one common identity because they belong to one family. Unity in diversity is something like this: having a unique nature yet sharing a common identity. That is what diversity is all about. Our diversity is guaranteed by our constitution, the lengthiest constitution in the world and a written document of our country. The preamble of our constitution, which we all have studied in our school days, today I would like to just remind you of our preamble, which begins by saying, "We the people of India." It goes on, "We belong to a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic and republic country where social justice and liberty of thoughts are upheld, equality is being practiced and fraternity is being appreciated." Unity of diversity can be explained in three levels: unity of mind, unity of heart and unity of spirit. Human minds are seeds of thoughts and imaginations. That is from where the ideas emerge. I would like to explain this unity of mind with a short story. There were two brothers who lived in a village. They were separated from each other. The elder brother lived at the beginning of the village and the younger brother lived at the end of the village. Once there was a famine. The famine struck the entire village. Many people left the village and many died of hunger. And people were struggling. They had no food to eat, no water to drink. Life was very difficult. It was a challenging moment for the entire village. One night, when the elder brother was in bed, he thought of his younger brother. "My brother must be sleeping with a hungry stomach. My brother's family must be struggling." He felt sorry for his brother. He got up from his bed, took some food that he had and walked towards his younger brother's house. Meanwhile, his younger brother also was in bed. His thought also was about his elder brother. He thought, "My brother must be sleeping with a hungry stomach. My family of my brother must be struggling." So he too collected the leftover that he had and walked towards his elder brother's house. While walking towards each other's house, on the way they met each other. They realized their love for one another and embraced. This is something that we call it as unity of spirit. Though we belong to different culture, different language, different religion, yet the unity of spirit should bring us together. We need to feel for another. we need to be empathetic towards each other. We live differently, we think differently, we act differently. But if we have that unity of spirit in our mind, we live this beautiful concept of unity in diversity. Another example for unity in mind is that situation that faced by Kerala 3 years ago, that flood situation, which was actually thrown the entire Kerala into a very difficult situation. People had no food to eat. There were plenty of water around, but not drinkable. No house to stay. No medical facilities. People were struggling and starving. Many died. And in this situation, if you look at entire India came together. All the other states came together to help Kerala. They poured in food, water, clothes and medical facilities, and they helped the people of Kerala to survive the situation. This is one of the perfect examples of how we can overlook situations, how we can overlook differences, how we can bring in unity in the midst of diversity. Next point I wish to talk to you is regarding the unity of heart. Heart is supposed to be the seat of emotions. As we rightly say, the Sacred Heart of Jesus and Immaculate Heart of Mary and so on, we have great devotion towards all this heart, because heart is supposed to be the symbol of love, symbol of emotions. These emotions can be either sympathetic or empathetic. Example of this unity of heart can be seen in the Bible, in the parable of Good Samaritan. You see, that poor man was lying on the roadside, bleeding, and no one to help him out. He was about to die or at the point of death. During this time of struggle, you see the three people passing by. We have a Pharisee, Levite, and a priest. Definitely they have seen that poor man lying over there. Of course, they must have felt sorry for that man. A sympathetic attitude, but have done nothing about it. Then we have the last entry of this Samaritan coming in. Here you saw this man lying on the road, bleeding and at the point of death. He moved emotionally. And he didn't stop there. His movement of emotion was not simply just a sympathy, but it was empathy. He went forward, took care of this man, and brought him back to life. This is where we speak about unity of heart. My third point is on unity of spirit. This I would like to explain to you with one short story. There were two great friends, one lion and one tiger. They were friends from their very childhood. They used to play together, they used to eat together, they used to walk together, and they used to have a lot of enjoyment going around the forest. Once, both of them got into an argument. The reason for their argument was this. One said, the cold season begins when the new moon becomes full moon. The other one said, the cold season begins when the full moon becomes new moon. Both of them got into so heated argument that ended up in quarrel. Then finally they decided to go to a wise hermit who lived in the same forest. They went to him and told them the reason for their argument, trying to prove each wrong. Finally, the hermit, after listening to them, thought for a while and said, the cold season begins when there is a cold wind. And the cold wind can happen at any time and at any phase of the moon. So, in a way, both of you are right. Sometimes we too are like these great friends, trying to destroy our unity, our love and our friendship over petty things. We try to argue over things that are not so important. People bring in petty arguments such as which religion is superior, which culture is superior, which party is more powerful, and so on. According to Gandhi, unity in diversity is the beauty and the test of our civilization. Dr. Ambedkar, the architect of our Indian Constitution, said, unity in diversity is a concept of national integration. Let us pray for our country that we all may live up to the expectation of democracy and work together with one mind and heart for the progress and development of our country. I conclude my short reflection in the words of Rabindranath Tagore. I pray along with him, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake.